My next guest takes on Jared Rosholt in a rematch coming up here on October 5th at PFL 8's. It is Kelvin Tiller joining me here on the program for the very first time. Kelvin, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for joining me, man. Now today is Thursday. What do you got on the agenda today as far as the plans for training and everything else?
Oh, I already practiced about 6 o'clock this morning, CrossFit, and then 5:30 we got sparring, and we just spar for the rest of the week, all the way up until Sunday. So it's pretty much a chill day. Good hard sparring session. So that's pretty much it.
Well, I appreciate you having me part of your chill day, man. It's great to talk to you. And of course, we got to talk about your last fight. You get another finish over Jared Rosholt. How happy were you with your performance, especially getting another finish?
Man, I was super happy because for one, he's never been finished before. He's never been submitted before, and I was the first to submit him and coming in as the underdog. And a lot of people saying that I have no ground game, and he was just gonna lay on me, stuff like that. So it was real nice because I've said it before that I believe I'm the best in the division. I'm better everywhere, even though I don't got the wrestling background or the jiu-jitsu background like a lot of these guys. Um, I still feel like I am the best. I'm only 28 years old, so I was very happy with my performance.
What was the feedback like after that fight? Because again, Rosholt had never been finished before. You have a great record, but it's one of those things where you usually get more attention when you take out a notable guy like Jared Rosholt.
It was I got a little bit of recognition, from the PFL. People starting to wake up. I think that put me on notice for the rest of the heavyweights in the division because, like I said, I wasn't a known name, and still kind of I'm not. With that win, it kind of put me on the map. So now guys got to look out. I don't just got power. I don't just got leg kicks. I also got ground game and wrestling because I also did take him down with a double leg. So now everybody's scared of me. I don't care what they say. They scared of me.
And of course, with the PFL schedule, you were fighting fairly close together, and you've had a little bit of a break between the regular season and the playoffs. Did you like having that break, or did you wish you could get in there a little bit sooner?
Both actually. The break was real good because once I was a last minute replacement, and I think I had like 3.5 weeks maybe to get ready for the fight. And when I got that call, I think I was like 292, 293 pounds, out of shape, just cutting grass. And so I was just out of shape. So I had 3.5 weeks to, cut that weight to get to 265 and then try to be in a decent shape. And then 6 weeks later, I got to get right back. The day, 2 days after the first fight, I had to get right back into the gym, and train for those 6 weeks to fight Jared. So now I actually got those 2 months. And so now you'll see a better Kelvin Tiller. So I really liked it, but I also like the quick turnaround. But now the first two fights were just a warm-up fight. So now you really get to see what I'm really about.
So they tell you you're fighting Rosholt again. A little bit disappointed. Rematches are fun and everything, but usually you don't see a rematch after a decisive win like you had in your last fight.
Yeah, I like it though, because I get to shut some people up and I can go do it all over again. Uh, I wanted that fight. I'm not saying that's why I got the fight, but after I knocked out Alan Carr, I thought Jared Rosholt was the hardest fight for me in the division because of his wrestling. And I talked to my manager maybe 20 minutes after I fought, and I was like, that's the fight that I want. And I'm not saying that's why I got the fight, but I wanted that fight. So now I'm able to go back in there, and show them guys that I belong here. It wasn't a fluke. I just beat them on pure skill, and I just caught them slipping, and I'll do it again. Like I said, they haven't seen anything. So I like the rematch.
And do you feel like the pressure's on him in this fight? Because there is, something to be said in a rematch where, the previous opponent has already defeated him. There's that mental edge. And then also he's the more notable guy, as far as his tenure in the UFC and everything. So do you feel like the pressure's more on him in this fight?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is on him because, for one, like I said, he's never been submitted before. And for me to come in with, I don't have the background, never wrestled, for high school, middle school, college, none of that, to come and take him down, almost get the arm bar, and then, get him with the guillotine, and I'm still, like I said, I'm still not a big name like him, but all the pressure is on him. He's been fighting the same way his whole entire career. I can go back and I can switch my whole game plan up, and you'll see it in this fight. I can go back and I can box. I can, I can kickbox. I know I can stuff his takedown, make him fight my game this time. Like I say, I'm just waking up, man. So all the pressure is on him.
And as far as training camp, where are you training right now, and who are some of your main training partners?
Midwest Combat Academy, Topeka, Kansas. I got Zach Scroggins, he's actually only an amateur, 4-0, amateur 185er, but he's really good, 6'3". He's going to be the next big thing coming out of Kansas onto the big show. Zach Busha, who's my jiu-jitsu coach, my kickboxing coach, Shannon Woodward. And then we just got guys throughout the gym that just kind of help here and there. But those are my two main training partners. I don't like to really bring in new people for my training camp because we don't need ego problems. I go hard with those guys. I don't need nobody trying to hurt me and nobody trying to get the best of me because I'm winning at the moment. So it's real small gym. I got my brother Matt Foster. He's getting ready for a fight the weekend after me, so he's been in there to help me out a lot. So like I say, small gym, good guys that push me. We know our limits, and we just go from there.
You mentioned Zach Busha, of course, a guy who cut his teeth in Shamrock FC, much like yourself. Do you feel like you're sort of carrying that torch as one of the guys from Shamrock, really doing big things, post Shamrock FC?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to put on for the map because Jesse Finney was really good to me. So I like to carry that torch on to the younger fighters and to the fighters that's coming up behind me, because he puts on a great show and he helps his guys out. We've had plenty of talks, Jesse Finney and I. And he was like, Kelvin, just do it. Just get it together. Just do it. You can be great. I look at you as one of those guys that can be on the biggest level, the biggest platform that there is. You just gotta want it yourself. And he used to always tell me that when nobody else wanted to give me a fight because I was missing weight and stuff, he's the one that gave me my first heavyweight fight, against Kevin Sears on his show. So I like that title. I like to pass on the torch to the guys coming behind me. Because he runs a good show, and I think he's a good guy.
Yeah, one of the best guys in the industry. I work for Flow Combat as well, so I know all about Shamrock FC because all the events stream on there. So I thought that was cool to see you doing big things. But you talked about your camp there a little bit. Who's going to be in your corner coming up here on October 5th?
Shannon Woodward, my kickboxing coach, my strength and conditioning coach, who actually wrestled in high school. He's actually one of my good training partners too. And then Zach Busha, he's one of my fighters. Like I say, he's 4-0, 185er, up and coming, really, really good stand up. We're working on his wrestling, and he has his 5th amateur fight coming up December 8th. So those will be the 3 guys that'll be in my corner.
Are we going to see another finish in this fight? Are we going to see deja vu? Is it going to be like Groundhog Day when we watch this fight again?
I'm going to finish the next 3 opponents. So, yes, I'm going to finish Jared. I'm going to finish whoever I got to fight after that. And then I'm going to finish my guy December 31st.
And I know you're not looking past your opponent here, but I'm sure you're looking ahead as far as, the end goal here, which is the $1 million prize. Has that crossed your mind yet as far as what you would do if you won that $1 million?
Yes, sir. My mom and I, we talked about it. And, I'm a kid that come from nothing. We didn't have nothing growing up. And one thing I do a lot is read. And so I'm doing a lot of research on, businesses and, how to save my money and how to make that money grow. So I don't be one of those guys on a show in 2 years talk about where's Kelvin Tiller now. So my mom and I, we agreed to do what I'm supposed to do. I already got a house, already got 2 cars. My kids is taken care of. So I really would like to put the money up, and I want to start barber school right afterwards. And because barber school is 9 months, so that's always been my dream since I was 12. When I turned 18, I started MMA, so I just always put that on hold, barber school on hold. So that'll be my biggest goal because I do want to own my own barbershop one day, and I will own my own barbershop. So, and then we get ready for what's happening, after the $1 million. The $1 million to me is that's not the big picture for me. That's good money. It's life-changing money, but I want the $1 million. It's the opportunities that come after the $1 million. The PFL again. And the next year after that, maybe the UFC and getting top 5 opponents and the big sponsors, so stuff like that. So I'm not too worried about the $1 million. I'm focused beyond that. Like I said, I come from nothing. So once I get it, I want to keep it forever.
Awesome, man. Well, we're looking forward to it. It's coming up here October 5th. It is PFL 8. Kelvin, it was great getting a chance to talk to you, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Kelvin Tiller. The King Kelvin on Instagram, and just Kelvin Tiller on Facebook. I want to shout out Dragon Coin, my sponsor, MHP, the supplements, Sucker Punch, my management team, Midwest Combat Academy, Complete Chiropractor. He keeps me in place. Show Up and Show Out Fitness, where I do my CrossFit at. And my mama, my mama and the kids. Shout out to everybody, man. We go win this $1 million. I hope y'all tune in next Friday to watch me work.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.